calling all little admirals. It's almost time. All hands on deck. We're about to weigh anchor and set sail for today's learning adventure. All aboard, all aboard. We're going to learn and explore. All aboard, all aboard. Learning can be fun for you. All aboard, all aboard. Sailing on the ocean blue, discovering things you never knew. All aboard. Welcome to Admiral Hour. Yeah! Welcome everyone to the Admiral Hour. I am Miss C. I am so excited to see all the little admirals joining me today to sail the ocean blue and dock at new ports of learning. Let's get ready to be anchored in excellence.
Fire, fire. Fire, 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 extinguisher, fire, extinguisher, fire station, fire station, alarm, alarm, fire truck, fire truck, dispatcher, dispatcher.
Welcome to the home of the At family. Can you read the words in their home? Cat, sat, bat, fat, rat, pat, hat, mat.
Hey little admirals, are you ready for a learning adventure? Our next port of call is countries.
Peru by Joyce Markovitz with consultancy from Carla Ruiz from Columbia University. Peru, breathtaking, ancient, friendly. Welcome to Peru. This is a bright and exciting book. Young readers will travel to this amazing country. This is Peru. Breathtaking, ancient, friendly. Breathtaking. What's another way in which we could say maybe breathtaking? Awe-inspiring, astonishing, spectacular, magnificent. Breathtaking is a really good word, though. Peru is a large country in South America. It's twice as big as the state of Texas. That's pretty big. More than 30 million people live in Peru. Peru has a very long coast. Much of the land is dry and dusty. Peru's coast stretches along the Pacific Ocean for 1,500 miles or 2,414 kilometers. Not far from the coast, though, is a strip of tall mountains, and they are called the Andes. This shows a picture of the Andes Mountains. A huge jungle covers about half of Peru. The jungle is called the Amazon. It is the world's largest rainforest. The Amazon River flows through the rainforest. Do you remember what other country has the Amazon as its one of its main ecosystems? Brazil. Brazil has a large portion of the Amazon that is a part of Brazil. And it's really important for us to remember that when it comes to our world's ecosystems, that we take care of the environment and we take care of our trees, because our trees take care of us. The air we breathe out is the same air that they breathe in. And so trees help to create nice and healthy, clean air for all living organisms to breathe in. Thousands of animals live in the Amazon. It's very biodiverse. Colorful tree frogs rest in the trees. Jaguars roam the forest floor. Here's a picture of a jaguar and a red tree frog. This is an emperor tamarin. He kind of looks a little bit like the lorax to me. Many kinds of monkeys live in the Amazon too. People first settled in Peru thousands of years ago. One group, the Inca, built large cities. The Inca city of Machu Picchu is high in the mountains. Thousands of people visit the ancient city each year. So this is a picture of the ancient city of Machu Picchu. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. I personally would love to one day see Machu Picchu. It's on my bucket list. And a bucket list is a list of things that you wish to accomplish by the end of your lifetime. And so think about some things that you would like to put in your bucket list. Places you'd like to go, things you'd like to do, people you'd like to meet, because it's really important that we kind of set our goals now so that we don't lose time and miss out on opportunities. So one day, I will visit Machu Picchu. The Spanish came to Peru in the 1500s, and they ruled for hundreds of years. And in 1821, Peru became a free country. And each year, Peruvians celebrate their Independence Day on July 28th. Today, most Peruvians live in cities. The largest city is Lima. Not Lima, because it looks like lima beans, but Lima. It is also the capital of Peru. Did you know that there is a park in Lima where hundreds of cats live? It's true. The main language in Peru is Spanish. This is how you say the word book in Spanish. Libro. This is how you say child. Niño. And if you want to say Peru in Spanish, it is Peru. Many Peruvians also speak an Inca language, Quichua. Peruvian food is delicious. Along the coast, seafood is popular. In the mountains, people enjoy potatoes and meat. A seafood dish called ceviche is kind of like a cold fish soup. I know, it sounds really different, but don't knock it until you try it. Potatoes come from Peru, and now they're grown all over the world. Did you know that? Did you know that the potato comes and originates from Peru? I surely didn't. I know about Idaho potatoes, but I didn't know that Peru was the birthplace of potatoes. Peruvians love soccer. It's the national sport, and everyone enjoys kicking the ball. Surfing is also a popular sport in Peru. That's interesting. Surfing's super popular in states like Hawaii and California. Peru is known for its beautiful textiles, like cloth-like materials. People raise alpacas for their wool. The wool is then made into a colorful cloth. This picture shows a woman weaving cloth. Alpacas are related to llamas and camels. See, I thought alpacas were llamas, but apparently alpacas are different than llamas and camels. Music fills the air in parts of Peru. People play panpipes and flutes. Peruvians enjoy the sweet sounds. Here you see a woman who is playing a Peruvian flute. People blow into panpipes to play them. Let's go over our fun facts. The capital city of Peru is Lima. The population of Peru is more than 30 million people. Spanish, Quechua, and Aymara are the main languages. The money is called Nuevo Sol, and actually Nuevo Sol means new sun in English. The major religion is Roman Catholic. The neighboring countries are Ecuador, Colombia, Brazil, Bolivia, and Chile. Cool fact, seabirds called Humboldt penguins nest in desert areas along Peru's coast. Wow, I never would have thought. Capital. Capital is a city where a country's government is based. Capital of Peru is Lima, the capital of Mississippi is Jackson, and the capital of the United States is Washington, D.C. Do you know, by the way, what D.C. stands for? Washington, D.C., its full name or formal name is the Washington District of Columbia. A coast is the land that runs along an ocean. We have plenty of coastline here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Independence. Independence is a freedom from outside control. Do you remember what country the Peruvians fought for their independence from? That's right, the Spanish. National is a word that means having to do with the whole country. So a flag that represents the whole flag is called the national flag. A song that everyone knows and sings at important events for a country is called a national anthem. The rainforest is a warm, wet place where many trees grow. Do you recall the name of the very famous and the largest rainforest in the world? It's called the Amazon. And finally, textiles are cloth that has been woven or knitted. It's one of Peru's major exports.
Hey, Emily.
Oh, hi there.
How are you today?
I'm great.
How about a riddle?
Sure.
Okay, here's our riddle for today. What is bright orange with green on top and sounds like parrot? Okay, Emily, I gave you a chance to think about our riddle. What is bright orange with green on top and sounds like parrot?
Don't know.
Carrot.
That rhymes with parrot.
It does. Parrot and carrot. Those are rhyming words. Good job, Emily. little Admirals, I hope you're ready to join me in story time because that is our next port of call.
Good morning, everyone. I want to share with you once again a book that my parents and grandparents shared with me as we grew up, The Little Engine That Could by Waddy Piper. Chug, 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 puff, 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 ding dong, the little train rumbled over the tracks. She was a happy little train, for she had such a jolly load to carry. Her cars were filled full of good things for boys and girls. There were toy animals, giraffes with long necks, teddy bears with almost no necks at all, and even a baby elephant. Then there were dolls, dolls with blue eyes and yellow curls, dolls with brown eyes and brown bobbed heads, and the funny little toy clown that you ever saw. And there were cars full of toy engines, airplanes, tops, jackknives, picture puzzles, books, and every kind of thing boys or girls could want. But that was not all. Some of the cars were filled with all sorts of good things for boys and girls to eat. Big golden oranges, red-cheeked apples, bottles of creamy milk for their breakfast, fresh spinach for their dinners, peppermint drops, and lollipops for after-meal treats. The little train was carrying all of these wonderful things to the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain. She puffed merrily along. Then all of a sudden, she stopped with a jerk. She simply could not go another inch. She tried and tried and tried, but her wheels would not turn. What are all those good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain going to do without the wonderful toys to play with and the good food to eat? Here comes a shiny new engine, said the little funny clown who jumped out of the train. Let us ask him to help us. So all the dolls and toys cried out together. Please, shiny new engine, won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. But Shiny Engine said, I pull you? I am a passenger engine. I have just carried a fine big train over the mountain with more cars than you ever dreamed of. My train has sleeping cars, comfortable berths, a dining car where waiters bring whatever hungry people want to eat, and a parlor car in which people sit in soft armchairs and look out of the big plate glass windows. I pull the likes of you? Indeed not. And off he steamed to the roadhouse, where engines live when they are not busy. How sad the little train and all the dolls and toys felt. Then the little clown called out, the passenger engine is not the only one in the world. Here's another engine coming, a great big strong one. Let us ask him to help us. The little clown waved his flag, and the big strong engine came to a stop. Please, oh please, big engine, cried all the dolls and toys. Won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the good little boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help. But the big strong engine bellowed, I'm a freight engine. I have just pulled a big train load with big machines over the mountain. These machines print books and newspapers for grown-ups to read. I am a very important engine indeed. I won't pull the likes of you. And the freight engine puffed off indignantly to the roadhouse. The little train and all the dolls and toys were very sad. Cheer up, cried the little toy clown. The freight engine is not the only one in the world. Here comes another. He looks very old and tired, but our train is so little, perhaps he can help us. So the little toy clown waved his flag, and the dingy, rusty old engine stopped. Please, kind engine, cried all the dolls and toys together. Won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. But the rusty old engine just sighed. I'm so tired. I must rest my weary wheels. I cannot pull even so little train as yours over the mountain. I cannot, I cannot, I cannot. And off he rumbled to the roadhouse, chugging, I cannot, I cannot, I cannot. Then indeed the little train was very, very sad, and the dolls and toys were ready to cry. But the little clown called out, here's another engine coming, a little blue engine, a very little one. Maybe she will help us. The very little engine came chugging along merrily. When she saw the toy clown's flag, she stopped quickly. What's the matter, my friends? She asked kindly. Oh, little blue engine, cried the dolls and toys, will you pull us over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the good boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help. Please, please help us, little blue engine. I'm not very big, said the little blue engine. They use me only for switching trains in the yard. I've never been over the mountain. But we must get over the mountain before the children awake. The very little engine looked up and saw the tears in the doll's eyes, and she thought of the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain who would not have any toys or good things to eat unless she helped. Then she said, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, and she hitched herself to the little train. She tugged and pulled and pulled and tugged, and slowly, 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 they started off. The toy clown jumped aboard, and all the dolls and the toy animals began to smile and cheer. Puff, puff, chug, chug, went the little blue engine. I think I can, 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 I think I can. Up, 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 faster and faster and faster, the little engine climbed until at last they reached the top of the mountain. Down in the valley lay the city. Hooray, hooray, cried the funny little clown and all the dolls and toys. The good little boys and girls in the city will be happy because you helped us, kind little blue engine. And the little blue engine smiled and seemed to say as she puffed steadily down the mountain, I thought I could, 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 I thought I could.
Hi, my name's Laurie Toops, and I work with the City of Gulfport with your mayor, Billy Hughes. And I'm going to be reading a story about little monkeys. And I'm going to be reading it from this really old book called The Bumper Book. And it's really old because it's older than me. So it's going to be a lot of fun, this story about the monkeys. So it's called The Monkey House. Some little monkeys were sitting around, pressed one against the other on the leaves of the palm tree, and it was light night and dark in the jungle, and the wind was blowing and the rain was pouring, and the little monkeys huddled close to each other and shook with cold, and they said, no, we really can't go on like this. We must build ourselves a house. Then we won't be cold anymore in the wind, and the rain won't hurt us. So the little monkeys went on sitting on the leaves of the palm tree, shivering with the cold and talking about their house. So morning came and the rain stopped and the sun rose and the little monkeys got all dry, and then they got warm, and then they got cheerful, and they were running around having a great time, and they began to play at running after one another and jumping from the branches and picking the fruit and eating and swinging and having a great time. And the day passed and the night came, and then the cold wind blew again, and they got wet because it started to rain. And there they sat, all snuggled up against each other in the leaves of the palm tree. And there they sat, all close and cold, shivering, and said, we have to build a house. We can't go on like this. We have to have a nice house with nice walls where the wind won't blow and we won't be cold, and a roof that won't let the rain come through. We really must build that house. So the morning came and the rain stopped and the sun came out and they dried off and they warmed up those little monkeys. And the little monkeys began to play and frolic and jump around the trees and chase one another. And then they began to eat the fruit off the trees, and then they ran around and played some more. And then they got a little tired and the night came again. And the wind began to blow, and the rain began to fall. And the little monkeys sat up on the trees of the palm trees and the leaves and sat up close to each other talking about their house. And they said it again. Of course, everyone knows we must build a house, a good house, one that'll last a long time. The wind can't blow through and the rain can't come through. We'll build a house, a good, strong house. As soon as it gets light in the morning and the sun comes up, we're gonna build a house. So they did it again. They woke up the next day and they were warming up and they got their food and they went to play and they were jumping around and they forgot all about building their house. And the very next night they came and they sat close to one another again in the cold and shivering and saying, we really have to build the house. So, some little boys and girls act like monkeys. Do you?
Hey, Emily.
Hi.
How about a joke for today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here is our joke. What did one eye say to the other eye? All right, Emily. What did one eye say to the other?
You got me on that one.
Don't look now, but something smells between us. Our nose is between our eyes.
I know.
And it smells.
Ahoy there, little admirals. I hope you had fun at all of our ports of learning today. Hope to see you again real soon. We have scoured the 7 seas for knowledge.
Scoured the 7 seas for knowledge.
Now it's time to reflect on all we've gathered.
Time to reflect on all we've gathered.
We are anchored in excellence. 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 We are anchored in excellence.